Okay. Hi, my name is Ella, and this is my project for Python 1. My idea. This project was inspired by drawing apps. I like to draw on my iPad in my free time. During class, I learned about if statements and input statements, which I use in my project. First, if statements. I learned how to check if variables hold specific values in this project. We are using the if statements to figure out which command the user enters. Second, input statements. I learned how to store text entered by the user into a variable. In this project, I am using input statements to allow users to choose a function and decide on the values for the parameters. This is an example for an if statement. So we are checking the user input to see if it is equal to backward. If it is, the user will enter the distance, the cursor will move backwards. Then we call the backward function using the distance entered by the user. This is an example of an input statement. First, the string enter command here is printed to the console. Then the user enters text into the console. The text the user enters is then stored in the user input variable. Now I will demo my project. So first, those are the commands you can enter. So for example, I will enter forward. And then it will tell me enter the distance. For example, I'll enter 100. And now it will give me a line that draws, wait, now it will give me a line. Then the second one, I'll enter dot. And it will tell us to enter the size. So let's enter, for example, 20. And the color. You can enter whatever color you want. Like I'm gonna enter blue. And it's gonna give me a blue dot. And then for the next one, we're gonna enter color. And then enter the color. Same, it's like whatever color you want. Then I will do red. And then from now, everything I draw is gonna be red. My favorite part about working on this project was testing the program. It was a chance to play with the program while giving me an opportunity to see if the program works. Testing the program lets me know if there are any changes that I should make to the program. If I were to continue to work on this project, I will add a function that draws a triangle using a size inputted by the user, a help command that gives the user some tips, a function that draws a square using a size inputted by the user. Thank you.
All right, great presentation, Ella. I did have just a few questions to ask before we end here. So you did
Okay.
mention that there were a couple functions that you wanted to add in the future. And you said like a function to draw a triangle and one to draw a square. Are those functions that already come with the turtle module, or would you have to define those functions?
You had to define those functions.
Gotcha. So I know you also mentioned toward the beginning of your presentation that you really like to use like drawing apps on your iPad. Would you say, do you prefer drawing on like paper with a pencil, or do you prefer drawing on your iPad?
I prefer drawing on my iPad. It's more easier.
Oh, okay. So you have a history of wanting to use devices to draw rather than like
Mm-hmm.
using pencil and paper. Okay. And
Yeah.
then just one more thing I wanted to ask. You mentioned that your favorite part
Okay.
about working on the project was testing it. Um, is there anything when working on this project that wasn't as fun, something that was not your favorite part?
Yeah, so it's like adding if statements to like a lot of functions.
Right, because there's just so many.
Yeah, there's like a lot.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, gotcha. Well, those were all my questions. So thank you for your presentation, Ella.